Welcome back, everybody, to Magnolia On Money. Today we're going to talk about how your taxes change when a spouse passes away. So we talk about this a lot, especially when we're doing workshops or helping people understand, taxation and how it can change in the future. And one of the big tax traps we've talked about in the past on IRAs and other income sources is when one person passes away, you go from a filing as a couple to your tax bracket being cut in half. So whatever the income was to be at the 12% bracket, it's cut in half. So half the income gets you to the 12%. Half percent would put you into the 22% bracket if you were filing a single. The other thing it does is it makes your standard deduction cut in half. So everything in the tax code gets cut in half when you're filing single versus joint, which is why we really, really stress, let's deal with the tax issues on your IRAs, 401ks, any tax deferred accounts, while both of you are still here. So if you do have a spouse, we recommend trying to deal with your taxable accounts and tax deferred accounts as much as you can while both of you are here. The other thing that happens is your limits that affect your Medicare premiums are also cut in half. So everything gets smaller. So it takes half the amount of income to get you to the next level of paying more premiums in Medicare. It's half the amount of income to go from the 12 to the 22%. And so a lot of people think that when I retire, I'm going to be in a lower tax bracket. Well, sometimes that may be the case, but a lot of times we find you're in the same tax bracket you were. And then on top of that, one of the spouses passes away and now you're double the taxation you were paying and you thought you were going to be in a lower bracket. So when we're dealing with tax planning, we have to look into the future and look at the things that could happen. And can we start to address those today? So I hope that's helped. Be sure to, think about these things when you're dealing with tax planning. Call us. We'll be glad to help you with that process. As always, God bless y'all. Y'all have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.